There's a moment that stays with you. You hear that someone's father, someone's husband, passed away quietly in the early hours, 71 years old. Not dramatically, not suddenly, in the way movies show it. Just quietly. And the family is left sitting together, asking the question that so many families ask too late. Were there signs we missed? Could anything have been different? This video is for anyone who has ever asked that question, for adult children who worry about their aging parents, for spouses who notice small changes and aren't sure what to make of them, and for older adults themselves who deserve honest, caring information about what their body may be trying to tell them. I want to be clear before we go any further. Everything I share here is for educational purposes only. I'm not a substitute for your doctor, and nothing in this video should replace a real conversation with your healthcare provider. If something resonates with you today, please bring it to a medical professional you trust. Now, what can we learn? Not from tragedy itself, but from what we know about how the body ages. Because here's what research has shown us, again and again. Many of the health challenges that affect men and women in their 60s and 70s don't arrive without warning. They build slowly, quietly, over years of small, overlooked signals. For men in their early 70s especially, studies suggest that cardiovascular health, blood pressure, sleep quality, and emotional well-being are deeply interconnected. When one starts to suffer, the others often follow. And what makes this age particularly delicate is that the signs can feel so ordinary, a little more tired than usual. A bit of breathlessness going up the stairs, waking at 3 in the morning and not knowing why, eating less, withdrawing from conversations. These things are easy to dismiss. I'm just getting older, people say, and yes, some changes are a natural part of aging, but some changes are the body asking for attention. One thing that health researchers and geriatric specialists consistently emphasize is the importance of staying connected to regular medical care, not just when something feels wrong, but as an ongoing relationship. Studies have found that older adults who have consistent contact with a primary care physician, someone who knows their baseline, their history, their normal, are more likely to catch concerning changes early. If you have a parent or a spouse or a friend in their 60s or 70s, one of the most loving things you can do is gently encourage that ongoing relationship with a doctor. Not just the emergency room when something goes wrong. A relationship, a familiar face, someone who knows them. And for older adults watching this, it's worth asking yourself, when did I last have a general checkup? When did someone last look at my blood pressure, my blood work, my heart rhythm? Not because something is wrong, but because you matter and your health deserves attention. There's also something we don't talk about enough when it comes to elderly health, and that's emotional and mental well-being. Research suggests that loneliness and social isolation in older adults can have measurable effects on physical health, not just mood, actual physical health. Experts in geriatric medicine have noted that isolated older adults may be at higher risk for a range of health challenges, from cognitive decline to cardiovascular issues. Think about the men and women you know in their 70s. Are they connected? Do they have people to talk to? Genuinely talk to? Not just people who check in once a week. Do they feel seen? Many people find that staying socially engaged, whether through family, a community group, a place of worship, even a walking partner, has a real and positive effect on how they feel day to day. It's not a cure for anything, but it matters deeply. Movement is another area where the evidence is consistent and encouraging. Experts recommend that older adults aim for gentle, regular physical activity. Not intense exercise, but consistent movement. A daily walk. Some light stretching. Perhaps chair-based exercises for those with limited mobility. Studies have found that even modest, regular movement can support heart health, improve sleep, and help maintain balance, which is so important for preventing falls. The key word is regular, not a burst of activity once a week, a gentle daily rhythm that the body can come to expect. If you're caring for someone older, walking with them is one of the most meaningful things you can do. It's not just exercise, it's company, it's dignity. It says, I'm here, and you're worth my time. And then there's sleep. Research suggests that sleep disturbances become more common as we age, but they shouldn't simply be accepted as inevitable. Poor sleep over time has been linked to a range of health effects in older adults, from cognitive changes to mood shifts to effects on heart health. If an older person you know is consistently waking through the night, feeling unrefreshed in the morning, or sleeping far more than usual, these are things worth raising with a doctor, not to alarm anyone, but because sleep is foundational. It's when the body repairs itself, and it deserves attention. So what can we actually do with all of this? A few gentle, practical things. If you have a parent or loved one in their 60s or 70s, check in, not just with a text message, a real conversation. Ask how they're actually feeling. Listen without rushing to fix things. And if you notice changes in their energy, their appetite, their mood, their breathing, gently encourage them to speak to their doctor. If you are an older adult watching this, please know that asking for help is not weakness. Going to your doctor with a concern, however small it seems, is one of the most courageous and sensible things you can do. You have earned the right to be heard. And if there's a specific question on your mind about your sleep, your heart, your energy levels, your mental health, write it down before your next appointment. Research shows that patients who arrive with written questions get more out of their medical visits. Your doctor wants to help you. Give them the chance. We can't always prevent loss. Life is fragile and aging is real, and sometimes things happen that no amount of care could have changed. But we can pay attention. We can stay connected to our doctors, to our families, to our own bodies. We can choose not to dismiss the small signals. We can treat the older people in our lives and ourselves, if we are among them, with the seriousness and the tenderness that every human life deserves. 71 years is a life full of stories, full of love, full of meaning. And the people we love at that age deserve our full attention. Not just when things go wrong, but every ordinary day before that. If this video brought someone to mind, a parent, a partner, a friend, consider sharing it with them or with someone who cares for them. Not to worry anyone, just to start a conversation. And if you have your own experience, something you've noticed, something you've learned, something you wish you'd known sooner, I'd genuinely love to hear it in the comments. These conversations matter. Take care of yourself, and take care of each other.